Guys, TF Slayer here today, and we're going to be playing some daily and really rank too high on them, just trying to get them done. Let's get right into it.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878 in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities out here?
Well, normally when the Open Championships played, the breeze comes out of the sort of northwest, which means those first few holes are played down breeze, and the closing stretches played into the breeze. So really,
we messed it up, damn. That's not good.
That is just a beautiful shot. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his.
Alright. Ah, shit. This is why these are the warm-ups. Oh my, that was bad.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Alright, birdie works. Birdies are good.
Frank, as we
Equals
step
are
to the tee here
better.
at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just.
When he goes after it like he is here.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it.
Long just meant longer.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, there's a real art to putting a good 72-hole score in the book, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. You know, you can have a flash of brilliance, make 5 or 6 birdies. It can be offset by doubles and quadruples.
At least we know we're hitting them close.
In the end, it's the end. What did you do? The plus and the minuses, and that's why all our biggest championships have, and of recent, been stroke.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the 3rd. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the forefront of your mind.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. 30s.
And generating some momentum now. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Rich Lerner back at historic Royal Troon with Frank Nobilo, who's played the Open Championship on 2 occasions here at a golf course that goes back to the late 1800s. This is the first par 5, Frank, on the golf course, and you would think a chance to make a birdie and get that round started.
It certainly is. Dogleg right, 2 bunkers on the left. If you hit the ball a little bit straight, you'll certainly get into those pot bunkers. The one on the right, most people can carry. You carry that, this par 5, more than reachable. Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicklaus over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Ah, shit. Get it. Okay.
Shamrock got away with getting in the bunker there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now.
Oh, you suck.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Just the tap to help you finish the hole. So the fire on all cylinders, a couple of birdies in a row, and now 4 under. Now the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole, a little bit more than 200 yards. What's the challenge here, Frank?
A lot depends on the breeze. Plus, you remember, you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back of the screen.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look.
I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance.
I like how on every hole the wind is on our face. Like, you can't catch a break today.
Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Well, he didn't knock down the flag stick
Dig
right there,
Dude
but
wants me to
25 feet,
play with them.
that's not too bad.
Oh, you gotta be
Missed on that one,
kidding me.
Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
I can't
This
get
is
closer
amazing.
now.
Frank, he has knocked down every flagstick and a chance here for 6 birdies in a row.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. 6?
Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, 2 down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you got to go. That's in between them.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Split the fairway with that. Just a gorgeous swing. Second shot. Good look at the green. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Ranking up the birdie stats today. How about this? 7 birdies on the card. Frank, this is one of the most famous holes in the whole sport, isn't it?
Postage stamp, just over 120 yards. It might seem short, but it's daunting. Many an Open Championship has been lost on this shortest of par 3s.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Getting set now over the putt. Really having a good day and a good run right now. 2 straight birdies now, 8 under. Frank, how does the front 9 finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dog leg to the right. Just 1 bunker down the left to be avoided.
Yeah, should have fixed my laptop here, guys.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good-looking birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie too. Totally in command.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Early part of this back nine and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie.
Slim snack, though.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Frank, this 11th hole can be a real bear. Even the Golden Bear knows that.
Yeah, just to remind him, in his rookie year in 1962, he made a whopping 11. Now, I can't remember the last time I heard Jack Nicklaus made double figures on one hole.
So maybe a bogey 5 or even a double bogey 6. Not so bad. Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Oh, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Perfect, and in the hole. What a shot. Frank, break down the par 4 13 for us.
Another par 4 that bends to the right. Lots of undulation on this fairway. This is the first of 6 straight holes that head in the direction of the clubhouse. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
You hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location. This is a good-looking shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. And getting ready for the putt.
Good read, good line. Well played.
At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers. 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green. Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of Mongo.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow through. Frank, such an advantage when you can hit that far.
It's not fair.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
This is pretty good, Rich. Maybe just a touch right.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now the lone par 5 on the back nine, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he's thinking on that.
Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits had teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
The only one we
Very
missed.
nicely done, right on the dance
Thought we
floor.
were getting all birdies today, except for the last eagle. Damn.
Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, now the final hole, steeped in so much history. When you think about the legends of the game who have walked off this tee on their way to the claret jug, guys like Tom Watson, Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke.
If you've got a one-shot lead standing on this tee, somehow you have to avoid those 4 bunkers. 3 down the left, 1 down the right, with a strip of fairway in between.
Well, that's a good drive right there. Got all of it.
Did you hear the sound?
Looks like about 80 yards left. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Alright, 18 under, not the best,
Keeps the
but
round going. Keeps
it'll
the
work.
momentum on his side.
Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying, this is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Frank, every golfer wants to play it at least once. The old course at St. Andrews.
Yeah, from Bobby Jones to Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods. They've all come and conquered.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Good contact, good result. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
-1, and really going. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Oh,
What
you
a shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
Well, you can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than... He's gone for a little extra.
Just burning rubber right here. I mean, this one is taking off like a missile.
Just destroyed it. He's going to try and rip the cover off it.
Oh no. Yeah, get off, get off. There we go.
That was terrible.
Rather chip that than putt that.
Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole today.
Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. At the 4th hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is 2 ways to play the 4th off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up, and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course to try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St. Andrews.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk. It just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
That would be a great look at birdie.
Well, this would be nice. A 4th consecutive birdie. Heating up.
I'm running out of fingers.
So a fire on all cylinders. A couple of birdies in a row, and now 4 under. Par 5s, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this 5th hole par 5 measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Wow, smoke that tee shot. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And Rich, we just sit back and relax there. I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Getting set now over the putt. Good work right there, now to 6 under. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1. This is a cross-country special. Very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can 2-putt from there is a good result.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Really playing some beautiful golf. That's a 5th birdie today. Over the ball here at the 7th. And Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And so you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 at 11th.
Ah, shit.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Oh, what a bounce.
Par 3 8th hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, why is it so difficult to get the ball close here?
Well, there's the bunker on the left side. There's a little bit of a downslope there. This is the first par 3 that you'll play, and it's just tough to judge that distance perception. You've really got to be accurate on your yardage here.
Damn.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
And Frank, the Open Championship coming back to the home of golf this summer.
Yeah, and remember, too, the last time it was here, Louis Oosthuizen at the 9th hole, he had no problem driving this par 4. So let's see if you can do the same. If you can carry that last bunker down there, there's every chance that your tee shot can run onto this very flat green.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem.
Settles in over the putt. Great hits just keep coming. He's got -11 on the day.
Setting up to start the back 9 here. And if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot.
This one has a good line.
Just dominated this hole and ends up with an eagle.
Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Well, the two bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those two bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Oh no, I didn't read it.
Wow,
Oh,
so close, Frank.
damn.
It's time to forget that one.
That
Made it much
freaking
better.
blues.
I mean, almost hard to believe. 13 under already.
Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at
Should
St.
be
Andrews?
14
Well, it's a
under.
beautiful par 4. You
Got
start
screwed.
to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
Oh,
So early
we
on the
got
backside,
robbed.
12th hole, missed
We got
opportunity.
robbed,
Just a couple to
folks.
feet. Simple,
That was terrible.
and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Got
How about
robbed.
the bunkers here at 13? A rather
Yeah, there
ominous
should be
sounding
16
name.
under.
Yeah, the
Ooh,
coffins, and
I'ma go
they
for
are
it.
that for a reason. If you finish up in there, well, the best you'll probably ever do is make a bogey, unless you're an absolute genius. That'll be avoided certainly off the tee. If
Go
you do,
over,
it's
go
still a
over, go
difficult
over,
hole.
go
Your
over,
second
go,
shot,
go, go,
unless
go,
you're in a
go, go.
perfect tee shot, will be blind.
Stay right, stay right. Oh,
Long
that
drive,
sucks.
But a bad lie.
That's not good.
Wicked. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
Pretty good all day from that distance. Been pretty good all my life from that distance. You miss one from a foot away, you should just put the putter away.
Out of bounds on the
Just
right,
snap it
and
over your
those
head and give
series
up.
of pop bunkers called the birdies. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the 4th fairway. It's one other option of playing this par 5. But a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay.
Frank, how did he do there?
I would say more than the average.
I haven't been giving myself any decent freaking lives. Jesus.
Oh, you hate to miss from that distance. Frank, see if he can get the hat trick here.
Oh, things are looking so good. Strokes good, swings good.
So I have 3 strokes, so I gave up.
Back here at the
3,
15th, and Frank, this
19
fairway
under,
narrows up in a hurry.
21.
And it's also, there's a
Crap.
big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave goes to the right side. Brings in those little bunkers with robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure. Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
Put it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that whole location.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. All right, Frank, another par 4. It's the 16th. Players trying to make their way to the house, standing up in one piece. What's the best way to get at this hole?
Well, the normal player would actually try and hit the ball down the left. I've seen the odd player try and hit it down that out-of-bounds line and sort of flash it down the right side, but really there's not much in the advantage, Rich, unless you're the longest hitter in the business. So a little short and a little left of the principal's nose is a nice setup for the second shot here at 16.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
But it hit off the toe. Crap.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus. Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. The famous 17th at the Open Championship, Frank. You begin to see the scoreboards, the grandstands, and you know all eyes are on you for the next couple of holes.
Yeah, this is one hole I think that anybody that goes to the old course certainly wants to play. Blind tee shot. You've got to flash it across the out of bounds and somehow find the fairway. If you go too safe down the left side, well, there's some heather to be chopping out of. Good tee shot certainly gives you a chance to hit it this beautiful green that's angled to the left, well protected by the road hole bunker. And if you're a little ambitious and a little strong, then there's a road itself and out of bounds beyond the screen.
Chance to get it close here. And this one should be safely on deck here. That is classy.
No chance of going in.
One thing about the old course at St. Andrews, it is not just the golf course, which makes the experience so memorable. It's the setting. It's the small town. It's people hanging out of the windows and watching. It's all the history. You just bathed in it when you walk into that grand old town of St. Andrews. Beautiful looking shot right here. I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in one.
It's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Frank, this is one of the great displays of golf I've seen all year long. This would be a 7th straight. Frank, that was just a dazzling display of golf today.
It's amazing how a game at times that can be so hard and just absolutely drive you crazy can appear to be so simple. This was just an absolute joy to watch today.
So that'll do it for Frank Nobilo and our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner.
Get this freaking crap hole out of the way. This one sucks.
Presented by EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour.
Today we're here at Paracel Storm, located in the South China Sea. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course. Frank, looks like a bit of a war zone out there.
Interesting layout, Rich. 18 par threes ahead of us, and well, we're going to have to negotiate ourselves around there, hopefully with radio control, and we can fire when we're ready.
One of the most unusual courses in the world. Players hitting across.
Holy fucking hell! You gotta be kidding me.
You couldn't ask for much more.
This is not for the faint of heart.
Even par early on.
Frank, as we look at the second, your average hole with, say, a few bunkers, maybe even a pond, that would be a walk in the park compared to what I'm seeing right here.
Yeah, early surveillance said that guard shack just to the right of the green is actually not empty, so be a little aware of that when you cross the bridge. Green just 167 yards away, though, from the tee.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Good read, good line, well played. So this is an interesting tee shot as that destroyer continues to burn.
Amazing that play still continues. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there. That was almost
I
like
can't
that's
see
what
with
you
a
wanted to do,
goddamn
but why
boat
would
in
you
the
want
way.
to run over the back?
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
Did the job right there. I mean, think about what you're saying here. I've called golf with you for a long time, Frank, and at bunkers and water hazards. You're talking about solar panels and guard towers. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm starting to go crazy calling this game, Rich. Might have to go into solitary if this keeps up. And not too bad. It's about 23 feet away.
He didn't hit the flagstick, but he still has a chance.
Oh my.
So close. Very well.
We're having
done.
one of those
Almost made it.
days.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Solid par to remain 1 under. Frank, you and I have called golf from around the world. Places like, well, the hot air balloon in the Grand Canyon comes to mind. This has been a rather unusual spot as well.
It is. I thought we'd be safe up here in the observation tower, Rich, but I don't know, with that boat coming in, or should I say the destroyer, I don't exactly feel safe right now. But we'll batten down the hatches as we watch the tee shot at the 5th. Second shot.
Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. Now up to the 6th tee. We're back against that destroyer. Frank, you need to take it over that small island.
Yeah, once again, you're going to have to pick a very good target in the distance. Now, we know the shared greens at St. Andrews. Well, this is actually a shared green just cut by that little sand path that goes through the middle. This green is shared with the 8th, but still, this is a long par 3, and for some people out there, it'll be a case of ready, aim, and driver.
And with that putt, he moves to 3 under. Now on to the 7th, and Frank, this is, to say the least, a dangerous hole.
You've got to hit it across that retaining wall, or that protective barrier to stop the sand and the enemy coming in. Really, the green sets up nicely for the tee shot, but be wary. There might just be a minefield out there.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close, and then knock in the birdie. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
I knew it.
Those
I
are
knew I
painful
went
from
over
that
too
distance.
much.
Just
I
another
hate
one added to the
this.
card. Big mistake.
Drops for a par.
Honestly, I don't even want to play the rest of these holes. I hate these
Partner, look
freaking
at that.
par
Left
3
here at the
courses.
8th hole. You and I could shoot a little hoop. You want to play a little donkey?
Yeah, it's very observant of you, Rich. Also, the barracks just up ahead that protect the left side of this green. So there's a lot of visual intimidation on this par 3. Follow the sandy trail.
Oh,
Just green at
come
the end.
on. Get
What
the
a
damn
display of
hole.
shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank finishing up now the front side in what so far has been a pretty heroic mission.
There is a green down this end there, but you miss it on the right. There's the trenches, and of course, even further right is that seawall that provides a fortress for the beach on that right side. But the green, fortunately, inland and away from the trouble.
Well, Frank, this is where a golf club may not be good enough. You might need a shovel here.
Oh, this is going to take some sort of digging.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. 4 under on the day.
Oh, Jesus.
Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Good chance now for
About an
birdie.
inch from dunking the damn
Oh,
thing.
it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
5 birdies for the day. What a performance. The 11th hole is a short one here at Paracel Storm. Frank, a pretty good looking little hole.
125, one of the shortest on the golf course. You tee off just out there by the coast and then head it over the seawall. So really it shouldn't be that much of a problem for the players playing here. If you're worrying about the wind, there's 2 weather vanes down there. So it's easy to look up and get a accurate indication of which way it's blowing today.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is a daunting tee shot, isn't it?
This has to be hit perfectly.
Up to the 12th, making a trip across to an island green, Frank.
It looks more like a shipwreck island. And that's an evil place to put the green on that side. Very well defended by that rock wall as well as the water. And of course, anything short, those big rocks that protect this green. This is probably the most heavily guarded par 3 on the golf course.
Make bogey or worse here, they might strand you out there. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Just a little bit of a misread there.
My
Smiles.
goodness
He's putting for bogey
gracious.
now. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Going right back
I
to the
hate
large
this
island
place.
here at the 13th, Frank.
Trenches behind will certainly protect anything that goes a little bit long. Left of this green, you better call in the Navy. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, do that in the hole. Tremendous shot. Frank, this looks like a green where if things didn't go well, you might find yourself just walking around in a bit of a haze, maybe talking to an old volleyball that washed ashore.
It's almost like a booby trap, Rich. It looks way too easy after some of the other holes we've seen. I've got this sort of sneaking suspicion there's something out there. It just looks like a green, just perched up there with very little trouble around. That's got me thinking there might just be something out there.
Stacking birdies, that's how you put a score on the board. So 2 straight and headed in the right direction. Now to the 15th, and Frank, where exactly is the green here?
Well, I think you need the Jungle Book to try and decipher this one. A little short par 3 up and over there. There is a green in amongst that jungle, and even the green
Dang.
has its own little
In
mini
the
jungle. in it.
junk.
This is one of my favorite holes on this golf course. Just trying to make clean contact. Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
16th hole here at Paracel Storm, and Frank, as we begin this closing stretch, strikes me, this is tough guy golf out here, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. If you want to earn your stripes by playing this golf course, this is the place to be. In the spirit of conservation, we have some solar panels to boost up the finish, and the hole not overly long. Let's see what the lieutenant can do this time.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's
Gotta be
facing?
kidding me.
The lie first
Get
and
in the
foremost. If it's
fucking
sitting
hole.
down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Now to the 17th hole, and as we come to the end of this round, you salute the players because they're out there carrying not only their golf clubs, but the med kits and the meal packs, because this is no ordinary golf course. You have to be on alert, high guard all the time.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count. That's 9 under for the day.
Frank, the job is almost complete here at the 18th hole, and a good job at that, as we have seen some spectacular golf here at Paracel Storm in the South China Sea.
Just one more battle ahead. The difficult 18th. Should they succeed, then I think they're worthy of a salute.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity.
Oh, I thought he had that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Good work right there.
Thank God we're done with this freaking shithole of course.
Golf like that can certainly
Whoever designed this is a fucking asshole. I only need 20 under. Could do that. I'll go get fucking 22 under.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Welcome to the King's Palace. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, set to bring you all the action for EA Sports. Today we're here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, it's right in the heart of Orlando, Florida. You've played this course before. What do you need to look out for?
Ideally, you've got to hit the ball with a high, soft landing flight, which is not a shot that most amateurs have in their bag. But Florida courses, they differ from a lot of the other courses within North America, and what they lack in change of elevation, they make up in difficulty by the use of water and very firm greens.
It's a par 72 with a tough finishing stretch.
Oh, get in the hole.
Right there.
Oh, he's getting screwed.
Birdie coming up, formality.
-1 and really going. Back to the action here at the second and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left. Should be safely on deck.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
That had to really hurt. Frank.
That
Looked good all
sucked.
the way.
Fucking ass.
Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Now to the par 4 third, 434 yards and plenty of trouble on that left side.
One of the hardest tee shots on the front side. Water very much in play down the left.
Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the trouble just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. 561 yard, par 5 for it. Frank, a chance to make 4 and maybe even an eagle 3.
Yeah, that green's just raised a little bit. So if you hit a good drive in there and you're going with a slightly shorter club, big advantage.
Nice drive right in the fairway and a good swing on that one. Now
Now the second shot to the par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid and very impressed.
Frank, now to the 5th. What's the strategy here with this shorter par 4?
Well, if you want to flex your muscles, Rich, take it over that left bunker with a little trailing breeze. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it.
Oh, huge. Huge with a capital A.
Busted that. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
It makes up the par early.
Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed. There's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways.
Oh, that'd be nuts.
Right now, everything
That
is
would
working.
drop.
Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. Moves to -8. Now at the par 3-7, Frank, it's just under 200 yards.
It's still quite daunting. A very narrow entry on that left side. So you've got to hit the ball flush off the tee. Really guarantee a carry of that over that right bunker. So it's still a daunting tee shot.
We're gonna make a birdie from the
That's what
sand.
he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot. Just
Oh,
perfect.
Jesus.
Splashes out,
We
lands
can't hit
soft,
anything right
runs
today.
up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D.
Alright,
It's the
come
component
on.
in
Let me hit the
strike,
pot.
where it's
Hate the
gonna
loading
land,
in this
and then
game.
the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Drop.
Hard
Yes.
putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Let's move on to the 8th, and Frank, what's ahead here?
Big par 4, just over 450 yards. Ideally, you want to get it down by that bunker where it's nice and flat, because that second shot, you know what's coming up.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Extra stroke
Ah,
after going into the
Jesus.
water.
Fucking
This
Christ.
now the 4th shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Well, that's what the great ones do. From the rough, they use their skill and their strength to get it out and get it close. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. What's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
This is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
That's a 3rd birdie on the day. Back here in Orlando, Florida at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Frank, we're getting set for the back 9. How do you get off to a good start?
Well, it's one of the shorter par fours here, Rich. Dogleg right. Good drive.
Yo,
Just a
dig
short
deal.
on here.
I'll join you after this, alright, bro? This is my last 9 holes here.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
This looks to be at least an extra club, maybe 2 clubs going way up that hill to the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Rolling, rolling, rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards. I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway just short of that second bunker. And it sets up 6 or a 7 iron. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Frank, this would be huge.
Oh, it's got that strut going, everything. This is when that hole starts to look a little bit bigger and really feel like you can start to make everything.
Seeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around the screen.
Frank, that one is long, and it is straight.
Well, in baseball, that's a home run. In golf, that is a huge advantage over everybody else that plays the game. You imagine just teeing up on every hole knowing that you've got 20 or plus yards over your fellow competitors.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, I thought that was in. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for holy cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par.
That's an absolute beauty.
Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
So the second of the par 4, lost that one, out of bounds, and that is a costly stroke. Now this will be counted as the 4th shot after going OB on that previous shot. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. Just a couple of feet. In for a bogey.
Wow.
14th hole, Frank, more than 200 yards, par 3. This is no picnic.
It plays a little longer than that too, slightly uphill. You've got to carry the ball onto the front of the screen. It will not run up.
Jesus.
Pretty good shot right there.
It's that sneaky distance.
Jesus.
Well, you hate to miss from that distance. 9 under for the round. Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog like here?
Once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You got to play to your strength.
Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. I mean, that's how the game is played. Right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
He's made it. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. It's sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy fall, but a 3 brings 7 into play. Just smokes it. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle.
Frank Hartman, 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
I like the looks of this one. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Oh, another one goes in.
You know, Tiger was born on the same day as LeBron James, December 30th. And he's had his share of slam dunks, especially on the 18th hole here at Bay Hill.
Yeah, he's just a perfect fit for the golf course. You'd think every now and again he fears left, but he doesn't fear left at Bay Hill. We've seen his best golf over the years, over the last 15 or so years. To win there 8 times, nobody's come close to that. Ernie Els, one of the great players in the world, has won it twice.
Well, Frank, I just love this second shot here at 18. We've seen it so many times. We've seen some great moments, and we've seen some very unfortunate ones as well.
Good
It
bounce.
scares the living daylights out of even the best players in the world. Very skinny entry to this crescent-shaped green on the left.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that.
Let's see what that kid wants. Alright. No, I don't think he's gonna invite us. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna be streaming Call of Duty Black Ops 4 later. Probably in like an hour or so. And I'll catch you guys over there. Peace.